and welcome to Football Weekly, my match reaction to the Manchester United and Chelsea game on Saturday, which ended 0-0, and very frustrating, 2 points dropped. Even if we were playing Liverpool City, it doesn't matter, it's still 2 points dropped at home, and we need to start getting wins on the board. And I thought at the end it deserved a draw, but Harry Maguire really lucky. Definitely penalty to Chelsea, so it should have been a penalty. That gets given a penalty, which it should have been. Then it's probably 1-0 Chelsea, and we're not coming back from that then. So we were very lucky that way, but I do think it was an even game. Lack of chances, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got the lineup wrong, and yes, I'm so Ole in, but he got that team lineup wrong, and Daniel James, I don't know what the hell he's starting for again. He's getting far overused. Last season he got overused too much, and this season that's 2 games from the birds in the Premier League he's got started, which he has done absolutely nothing. And Van de Beek, I'm really annoyed at that. He probably needs to get started, and he's not even getting off the bench. They're putting an unfit Paul Pogba. Mason Greenwood's only back from injury. Cavani's unfit. They're bringing them on instead of Van de Beek, who's fresh, 100% fit. And he's a really good player too. He's a good player, he can play in loads of positions. He could have played in James's position or Mata's. They would have done a far better job. Don't even go there about Ollie Hurt. If you've been saying Ollie Hurt for the last few games, even after the PSG game before it, then it's your opinion. But if you're saying after the PSG game, Ollie's at the wheel, singing that, and then after Saturday's game, Ollie Hurt, he's crap, he has no tactics, then seriously grow up. And if I still see people saying PE teacher, he's not a PE teacher. He surely can have tactics. You see that game against PSG, a masterclass. But I'm not going to go over the top. I'm not going to say he's a great manager. I'm not going to say it. But what I will say is, don't be so stupid and say he's a PE teacher. Especially these fans on Tuesday night that were singing songs about him. So don't be so stupid. But he did get that lineup wrong on Saturday. Definitely. And he won't admit it. He won't say in his interview, and I know he won't, that he got the team selection wrong. But I'm sure he knows he really got that wrong. And you know what? Chelsea a draw. There's nothing wrong. Chelsea's a very good side, and they're one of the best sides in the Premier League. But it's 2 points dropped, and what a chance! If we won on Saturday, I think we would have went a point above Chelsea with a game in hand. Point above Arsenal with a game in hand. And within 3 points of Liverpool in a game in hand, so or is it Liverpool's? We've got 7 points from 5 games. Liverpool's got 13. So we're 6 behind with a game in hand. Instead, if we had won, we would be 4 points behind them with a game in hand, so that's really annoying. City drew at the weekend too. So all them big clubs drop points, apart from Liverpool and Spurs. Or to play Spurs, are about to play tonight. So a massive opportunity. I think the only thing is the way we set up. I thought we were absolutely crap. I thought we were poor. Apart from them last 20 minutes, we started to go for the game a bit. And even at that, we didn't really create clear chances. First half, absolutely dreadful. Second wasn't great, but it was better. I thought the first half, Chelsea, for most of the first half, had much more of the ball. It looked more controlled. They even looked more threatening too, even though they didn't really create much chances. And we only created that one big chance. Rashford, he should have scored, but only chance we created. Daniel James, invisible. Invisible. Like, so much pace, but he has no brain at all. He's running these stupid positions in the corner, and he doesn't know what he's doing. He looks lost. Terrible form. He was terrible form at the end of last season. For most of the season, so he played decent his first 3-4 games, and then the team started to find out Daniel James and figure him out, and he's been shocking. He's been absolutely shocking. And what annoys me, we started that same team that we did against Newcastle, because we thought with us beating them 4-1, then it worked, but no, it didn't. We weren't great for most of that game. 1-1 after 75 minutes. James went off. A couple of other boys went off. Van de Beek comes on. Changes the game. So, it wasn't really this team that we played against Chelsea that won us the game against Newcastle. It was them substitutes. So, stupid decisions from Solskjaer at the weekend. So I'm going to go on to the player ratings now. So David De Gea, 6. Yep, very easy one to make. Didn't really have anything to do in the whole game. So 6, not much really to talk about. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, one of our decent players on Saturday, a 7. I think he's back to his best. The PSG game last Tuesday was incredible, and Saturday wasn't amazing, but it was decent. It was solid. It was better than Luke Shaw anyway, so Wan-Bissaka 7, he defended decent too. Victor Lindelof, an 8, my man in the match. Definitely my man in the match. Defended really well. He's improving a bit in the last few games. And kept a clean sheet too, so a 8. And Harry Maguire, 6. Already kept a clean sheet, but I have to give him a 6 for that simple reason. He nearly cost us the game. And probably that was a penalty. That should have been a penalty. And that would have been, they go and score a penalty, then the game's over. It's not completely over, but I just couldn't see a way back for us. And that's why I'm giving him a 6. He needs to stop it. He's getting away with things at the minute. You look at the game last season against Chelsea, it was 1-0 at this stage. Saw Chelsea very much in the game. Harry Maguire does a bad challenge to Batshuayi and a clear red, but it wasn't given, and then he goes up and scores in. So again, he got away for that game too. So Harry Maguire a 6. Luke Shaw, 6-2. He didn't have a poor game, but he wasn't at his best. And maybe Telias might have offered more going forward. Well, he would have offered more going forward, but maybe Telias would have been a better choice for that game. But and I do think Luke Shaw is a good player and he has a future at United. And also, I don't know where Telias was. He must have been injured or something, because he wasn't even on the bench, I don't think. So Luke Shaw, 6. On to the midfield. Scott McTominay, 4. Really poor. And if we want to be winning league titles, challenging for it, even getting top 4, then Scott McTominay, is he a man for you to start? He's not a first team player, and he shouldn't be starting consistently. At 3 games in the trot, he started, and he was really poor today. I thought he done well against PSG, but he's not consistent enough. Passing, shite, absolutely crap. And that's what I'm saying. That's just Manchester United. As I said, if you want to be challenging Premier League titles and even getting top 4, and then Scott McTominay the man you want. If you look at it, would Scott McTominay get in Liverpool's midfield? No chance. Would he get in Man City's midfield? No chance. Would he get in Chelsea's midfield? Not at all. Would he get in... I don't think he would even get in Arsenal's midfield. And he's like a type of player, like a maybe a Southampton type of player to be starting, but Scott McTominay's not the man you really want starting for nearly every game. I think Solskjaer's put too much faith on him. Van de Beek would have been far better for that game. Even Matic would have done far better than McTominay done. So Scott McTominay really poor before. And I do think on his day he is a good midfielder, but he's not really consistent enough. It's only a PSG game since lockdown, since the return in June. He hasn't really played much, but when he has played, the only game he has played well is PSG. He's been either average or crap in other games. Fred, 6. And I don't think there's much wrong with getting a 6 after the way we played, and we were really poor. But I thought Fred played okay, and Fred over McTominay. He's more consistent than him. I have Fred over Matic. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to give Fred a 7. A 6 average, and you know what? He's going up against N'Golo Kante, one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. Probably one of the best midfielders in the world in the last 3-4 years. He's been up there with the best. And he has had his injury problems. But he's a fantastic midfielder, Kante. And I thought Fred done really well going up against him. So Fred, a 7. Bruno Fernandes, a 7. And rightly so. I thought his passing was the best out of the midfield in that game. His pass success was probably one of the best. And when he had the ball, it was always positive mindset for United, always on the attack going forward. And then you have Daniel James doing stupid things. Mata wasn't doing much at all. So I thought Fernandes done decent in that game. So Bruno Fernandes, a 7. Daniel James, Should never have bloody played. And I'm so mad about that. Should never have played. Daniel James, a free. Last week against Newcastle, he was crap. And when he came off, it was 1-1. And the result ended up 4-1, so he should never have started. Should never have started. And I think he's lucky to be in the bench. He wouldn't even get in Chelsea. Any of the top 6 sides obviously wouldn't get in their bench. He wouldn't even get in most Premier League's starting 11. But Daniel James, seriously, he's not good enough at the minute. Definitely not good enough at the minute. And people talk about his age, he's so young, but look at Rashford. He's 22. He's been competing at the highest level for 4 years now. So, if he has to go out on loan, he has to go out on loan for about a year. And if he doesn't perform well, comes back and performs crap, then he's clearly not good enough. And at the minute, he's clearly not good enough for Premier League level. Like, Solskjaer has to wake up and realise that. He's got so much pace, but you have to have more than pace in football. You have to have your brain. You have to use your mind in football. That's an important asset. And no strength for anything at all. Decision making poor. It's like Sonic the Hedgehog with brain damage. And it may sound a bit harsh, but he's really poor at the minute. Really poor. I think Solskjaer's favouring too much of these players that, like James, McTominay. I don't care if they're huge United fans. It's what you see in the pitch. I don't care if they're one of the nicest people and all of that. It's what they do in the pitch that matters. And Daniel James has been really poor for over a year now, so a 3. Juan Mata, a 5. And I was close to giving him a 4, but then I thought he should have had an assist if Rashford could have finished that. But over than that, he was poor. He had a effort from edge of the box, which was going to be really hard to score. And the keeper was always going to save it. But I thought he was really poor. And you know what? I think the James one really baffles me. I even said it before the game. And I did say Juan Mata should have started, because who else could you really put on? And you know what? I got it wrong. Mata should never have started. And for me, Juan Mata's not suited to these games anymore. Maybe if we were playing your West Ham, West Brom, Aston Villa. I know Aston Villa's doing well, but they're still not a great team, are they? And your bottom half teams, he may be decent for 9 games, but you see against the top 6, then he's not good enough, nowhere near good enough. And it's sad to see, because on his day he was a really good footballer, but he's definitely not up to it as much anymore. So Juan Mata, 5. Finally, Marcus Rashford, 6. And I said this, Rashford isn't a number 9, but there's no choice. There's no choice with Martial injured, Cavani and Greenwood both unfit. And that's why I miss Martial so much. And I think with Greenwood and Cavani being unfit makes it even worse too. Because Rashford, fantastic footballer. fantastic on and off the pitch. But his weakness is finishing. His finishing isn't great. And a lone number 9, consistently, I don't think it's not his favourite position. Left wing, definitely. And he missed that great chance. So he was very close to getting the 5. The reason he gave him a 6 is, look, Daniel James, Juan Mata created nothing around him. And that's why I sympathy for him there, and that's why I gave him a 6. So Rashford, 6 for me. He was quiet, but you can't really blame him. You can really understand that he was quiet with Daniel James and Mata on the wings. So that's my player ratings. Donny van de Beek, unused, which not happy about at all. And he has to start against Arsenal on Sunday, and also that's a huge game right away. We have to win that, and we have to beat Everton the weekend after, which is obviously going to be tough. Our game, Champions League on Wednesday night too. Obviously that's a big game. So I'll be doing my match preview tomorrow night for the RB Leipzig game. And that's going to be me for today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you tomorrow night. So, bye for now.